Welcome, everybody, to this official 10 and 2 celebration. We are joined by a side note. If you're a guy or you know guys, they should just join this business because you're around beautiful, powerful women all day. So we're joined by the amazing and talented and beautiful Lyndsey Yocom and Cindy Mcknight and my wife, Becky Zheng. And we also have Katy Holt-Larsen, our Chief Impact Officer. I'll bring her up in a little bit for the grand reveal too. But Lyndsey and Cindy, how are you both feeling?
My gosh, we're so excited, you guys. I mean, we come into this thing, we have so many hopes, so many prayers. We go into it just really, really putting everything that we have into it and kind of crossing our fingers and thinking, we'll see, right? Anybody else have that we'll see moment?
Yeah.
But my gosh, we have seen in everything that we continue to see, we are just filled with the absolute conviction and belief that this is it. Everything
Yes.
that we have done, everything we have gone through, everything we have experienced has led us right here. And if you're on this call, well, you're here too. So that's so exciting.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I could not agree more. If you were in Panama City, I asked this question, but if you were not, I will ask it again. If this is your first company that you've ever been with, drop a 1 in the comments or raise your hands. We'd love to see if this is the first company you've ever been with. Anybody? Anybody? Okay. If it is, you are extremely blessed. Extremely blessed. If it's not, you know, right? When you know something is so incredible, is so powerful, is so good, and you've been from something that maybe was not, it's like, it's such a breath of fresh air. It is so refreshing. And this has been the most incredible experience we've ever had in our lives. And we know it's just getting started. It is just getting warmed up and getting better. So we are so excited for all of you to be here, especially tonight.
Absolutely. And I see the chats. I see some people are brand new. Some have been around the block a little bit. James has been in 568 companies. That's almost a slight overstatement, but it might feel that way for many of us, right? But I wanted to also, right before I bring up Katy, Becky, if you don't know me and Becky, we've been with this company and the company that's had the drops for 13 years. So we've been sharing these amazing drops for all that time. By the way, who here are loving the drops, right? Give us a wave or put a me in the comments below. Like they are beautiful. So we've seen it from start to where it is, and it's been quite the journey. But Becky, if you don't know, she is not just my better 3/4, I call her. She's also the smart one. She's the spreadsheet person. She's the one that tracks everything. And babe, I know you have been tracking things in this collaboration for this first quarter. I mean, it's only been this first quarter since we've introduced this 10 and 2 idea. Some of you know it. Many of you are going to celebrate today. Some of you have no idea what that is. We'll explain it all in a bit. But babe, what's been going on?
Yeah, well, first of all, welcome everybody. It's so good to see all you beautiful faces because seriously, this is what we do this business for. It's for the relationships and the memories and the bond that we create together, right? So we're so excited because since the creation of this idea of 10 and 2 that Lyndsey and Cindy came up with and we implemented into our entire organization, our business literally is blowing up. Just to give you a couple stats, in the last quarter, since we've implemented this strategy, our sales volume grew by 373% year over year. Our enrollment numbers grew by, get this, 13.8 times. 13.8 times. It's like, that's like, I can't do math, but like 1,300%, I don't know, I think a lot, right? And can you imagine the customers, right? Because just brand partners, because we're saying 10 and 2, and we're doing 2 brand partners and 10 customers, so customers even through the roof, right? So what that means is so many people are getting paid. So many people are putting $500 in their pocket, on track for 6 figures, and it just so exciting, and we're changing lives around the globe. So I'm super excited to celebrate everybody that has already accomplished that, and just really we're the pioneers of this project, right? And we're hoping all of you on the line will make a goal and say, I'm going to make this a part of my business DNA. And that's what we're going to move forward with my culture.
Wow. Congratulations, everybody. That teamwork makes the dream work. That's each and every single one of you launching and going right into this. And it's just the beginning. And a big person that was a big factor in making this possible is none other than Katy Holt-Larsen. And if you don't know Katy, I'm going to add her here. She is our Chief Impact Officer, our area president. She's the one, I don't know if Cindy, Lyndsey, you guys would agree with me. She just gets, am I okay to just drop one cuss word? Like, get shit done. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, she does. She's our girl.
Yes, she is.
Man, but Katy, it's an honor to have you here with us today. We know you're caught in between all different types of things, but first, we just want to thank you for believing when Cindy and Lyndsey came up with this idea. You went right up to bat and you're like, let's figure this out. And from ideation to implementation, it was like fast. And so many lives have been impacted because of that commitment. So we just want to thank you and honor you for that. And the best is yet to come. But we wanted to just bring you on today because you've had so much insight to growth for many amazing companies. You've seen so much that's out there. You know what it takes to duplicate. You know what it takes to have massive success for major income. But actually, I know where your heartbeat is at is for the person making $500 a month, making $1,000 a month, these types of things. But I'd love for you to just maybe share a little bit about where your background is for those of us that don't know you. And then also speak upon what this 10 and 2 is, the magic and the importance of these wins, these quote unquote small wins, but to duplicate that as well too. Is that all right?
Yes, thank you so much, James and Becky, Cindy and Lyndsey. Thank you for having me on the call. You guys can tell I'm in the car. I'm on my way from, just left a meeting at the corporate office and then heading to my sister's birthday dinner. So one of the things that I love about this business is that we do it wherever we go, right? So we take it on the road. We're able to do it with our kids. We're able to do it with our family. And it's, again, I work for the corporate team, but I consider myself an entrepreneur just like every single one of you. So super happy that I can join your call today. For those of you who are just getting to know me, excited to be here as part of your team tonight on this call and to celebrate this team. Wow, what a fabulous group of leaders that you have. So congratulations to everyone who said yes to this team and this moment. It's easy to, I think, for me, I guess I should clarify, it's easy to say yes to amazing people. And I've known Becky and James, of course, been close with them since I started. They are people who jump in, they take initiative, they have huge heart. They're also super smart. And they're team players. And so they're willing to jump in and make things happen. They're always pushing for their team members and pushing to move the company forward. And so it's an absolute honor to lock arms with James and Becky. Now, Cindy and Lyndsey, super easy to say yes to them. Do you guys remember our first call? It was right before Thanksgiving. Do you guys remember that call? And again, just meeting you guys and getting excited for you to come in. And I think on that very first call, James and Becky, we were like, we have to get Cindy and Lyndsey to meet Darren and John. Like, there's just no way around this, but they have to meet the founders. We made that happen. I think you guys, within like 3 days or something?
It was a whirlwind.
Yes. And the rest is history, right? Like, I think like the same thing that happened for me the minute that I met John and Darren, I knew who they were. I knew their integrity. I knew their commitment. I knew their absolute long-term commitment to creating a legacy company, helping the everyday person change their life through health, through wellness, through lifestyle, and to go out, frankly, and affect millions of lives around this planet. And so I hope, like all of you, if that's part of your vision, let's have a 1 in the chat box, because that's what I think this team is all about. I love this team because of the spirit and the heart and the celebration of diversity. And yet at the same time, the commitment to, I will say, God and purpose and living purpose-centered lives. And that's what this team is all about, which is, I think, makes it easier to come together and become as one. So what we are seeing at PartnerCo, which is super fun, you are coming at the right time. Congratulations. You are part of what is making history. So what you're seeing on your team is what we are also seeing at PartnerCo. We had our best month ever to date in March. So congratulations. I think we did 30% month over month, and we did over 80% year over year growth. And so it depends on what day of the month, but we are between 70 and 80% growth for the year. Again, that's absolutely amazing. When you see a company starting to move into that level of momentum, only a year in, like all of us expected it. We were watching our numbers early in the year, but we really thought it would be another year and a half to where we started to see some of this momentum. So just again, congratulations to all of you for taking action now, for saying yes now. And frankly, for those of you who this is your first company, you don't know how special this is. Being in a $300 million startup opportunity with a company that wants to go to multiple billions, you are here at a time where you can take advantage and you can leverage this momentum to your benefit, to help attract team members, to help your team grow, and frankly, to celebrate and recognize the success that you're going to have over the next 6 months. So that's one thing that I just wanted to celebrate you for. The other thing that I'm super excited about is what we know is that when we have a system of duplication in place, it makes it easy for people to step in and take action. When people are confused and they have too many choices and they don't know what to do, people just stop. So when there's a super simple system like this team has, a way to come in, to get onboarded, to grow, and then frankly, just to take action and help other people do exactly the same, this is when we can start to have massive duplication. This is what we're seeing in your team. So congratulations for the amazing success. The systems that this entire team has created has been phenomenal. And so I want to congratulate you for that. And I want you to also just recognize that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come in and be like, okay, wait, hold on, let me figure out everything. Trust the people who've gone before you. Trust the system of duplication that's in place because it's working. And simply step in, get on those products day one, start to see a difference, and then start to take action immediately. I've done the Sunrise system over the last 28 days. Love the drops to drop. Love the simplicity of the program. The fact that you can just get rid of processed food, dairy, all the inflammatory foods, eat whole foods that are super healthy. I've lost 8 pounds. I've lost inches. I've lost inflammation. And I'm feeling so good and so healthy as we head into the summer months here. There's actually nothing better than that to get our sexy back, right? So for any of you who are just starting, jump on that Sunrise program now. And then, by the way, start to jump on some of our additional products too. And I'm sure the team's going to tell you all about those because we have so many ways to get healthy here. So again, thanks for having me on the call. But James, is there you might have any more questions, or that might have been.
Lyndsey, anything on your mind for Katy?
Lyndsey?
You're speechless. You're
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't hear that you. Sorry. It must have broken
no
up
worries.
for
I was
me.
asking, do you guys have anything for Katy?
I
No,
don't
I'm
have
just,
any questions.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for you, Katy. Thank you for just, this team has so many beautiful things in place, continues to grow. I will say one thing that I love about putting something in place is when you put it into action, you really start to see the things that are born, right? You tweak these things, you do these things. And that is one thing I will say that, Katy, we're so grateful for you that you've done that. You've just had our backs the whole way through this saying, okay, what's working? Tell me about this. Like, you're just so excited about what everyone is doing. And it's just such a beautiful thing to have that from the corporate team. So we're so grateful for you. So thankful. We love you and we appreciate everything you do for us.
Love you guys
We
too.
really do. Thank you, Katie.
Absolutely.
Thank
Katie,
you.
I'm gonna flash this screen by you as you're heading out, and we're gonna give Katie the replay. But there's been, I don't know, 30 people that did 10 and 2 or something like that. So this has been super successful. You'll hear the stories later, but just thank you. Huge honor.
Well, I'm going to go off screen, but I'm still going to be listening in. Okay, guys. So
Awesome.
I'm so proud of you. Look at all of you who have hit 10 and 2. Congratulations. What an amazing honor. It's that what that means is that you jumped in and embraced the system. And I am so proud of you. So congratulations to every single one of you.
Thank you. All right. So I hope you guys are fired up about that, right? Put a 10 in the comments. If you're feeling good right now, you're feeling excited, you're feeling special. This is the first time that as a team, we're actually doing a collaborative call, isn't it, Cindy and Lyndsey? Like, since Cindy and Lyndsey, and we'll give a little bit of the backstory, and you guys are here to celebrate. We're going to bring up those names again. So we want to go through every single one of them. We're going to have some special guests that have really crushed this. But we also want to give you guys as leaders here some insights, some understanding, I believe some 6-figure, even 7-figure mind states on how to really take things to the next level as well too. But we wanted to have this special day because Cindy and Lyndsey, since we've met, it's just been, I can't believe it's only been like, I don't know, less than 4 months ago or something that we first started chatting or something, but so much has changed. It's felt like we've known each other for years because we've done so much amazing things together. And I just want to honor both of you too for your leadership, for your for your innovation, because without you guys and coming up with this 10 and 2 program, seriously, like none of this would be happening. But I'd love to bring you guys up and pick the brains. And I know some of us work really closely with Cindy and Lyndsey. Some of us haven't. I'd encourage every single one of us take amazing notes because they are geniuses, like seriously. So I love to toss it to you guys because 10 and 2, when we were talking about this, you came in, and I've been around this comp plan. I've been around these drops for 13 years. We've done things a certain way and it's yielded cool growth. But with hyper growth, when you came in here, one of the hardest things about our business was, how do we help someone make $500? And if I try to explain that, has anyone here tried to explain the comp plan yet, by the way? Who here's gotten confused about the comp plan? Yeah, I think most of us. You notice all the hits, okay. It's kind of a problem, right? So you come in, how do you make $500? You can do this and this and this and this and maybe this, but it depends on when you get started and blah, blah, blah. So when we all got together, you're like, what if we did this 10 and 2 thing and let's figure this out? And it worked. But I'd love to toss it to you guys and tell us this, where did the 10 and 2 come from? Why is this so important? And we'll let just take notes from you guys.
Well, I can tell you guys this. I think it's important to start with where this idea and this philosophy came from, and also giving you guys a little perspective too. This isn't the first place and situation that we've implemented the Rockstar versus a system. So we actually have some proven growth with this exact system right here. That we were able to bring over here, tweak to fit what it needed to be for this particular compensation plan, and then be able to go out and implement and help people hit that $500 in their first month, as well as the people who want to continue to grow their income and grow their business long term, right? So we come from a business and an organization where we came up with this very, very simple way of showing people that you don't have to be a rock star. There's this misconception in our industry that we're on the hunt for leaders, and we're on the hunt for people with influence, and we're on the hunt for people with connections. And is it cool to bring those people into your business? Heck yeah, right? Like, we're not going to deny that it's super cool to bring in leaders, but it's even better and it's even more important to make sure that we have a way to help bring somebody from step one, square A, right? And be able to hold their hand and help grow and develop them in this business. Because if we're all just relying on bringing in somebody else to go and do it, then we're all going to come up empty-handed and empty in general, right? Like, I love the process of really helping somebody develop and grow in this business, and to watch them evolve over time. They evolve in their personal development. They evolve in their leadership. They evolve in their thinking, right? You see these limits that they've put on themselves over time for their entire lives, and you start to see them expand their thinking. There is nothing more fulfilling for me than watching somebody go, this is life, this is the way it is, this is how my life is slated to be, to going, oh my gosh, I can actually go and dramatically change the course of my future here. And to watch that lid lift, it is so powerful. And it's even more important to have something that you can equip them with that's super, super simple for them to understand in the beginning, to be able to go out and implement immediately as they grow into that, right? Because we can't have those upper level leadership conversations with somebody who's just getting started. It's this baby step process, right? We put that first belief check in somebody's bank account, right? They made $500. I know that I've been in a place, and Lyndsey's been in a place before, where $500 extra a month changed everything, right? And we can't forget that. We can't forget what $300 extra a month means for somebody. And sometimes we get caught up in this run to 6 figures or this run to 7 figures, and we're caught up in how many zeros there are, that we forget that first check that somebody gets and how much $200, $300 means to them. So we've got to take a step back. We got to remember what that feels like. And then we've got to equip them with a strategy that they're able to wrap their mind around as we grow and develop them to the 6, 7 figure mindset, right? So that's where 10 and 2 came into play. This rock star versus the system is we wanted to make sure that the average ordinary person could go and win very, very big, right? So I'm going to toss it over to Lyndsey before I continue to talk, because sometimes that can happen.
Yeah, and that's exactly when Cindy and I sat down with Darren and John and James and Becky and Katy, there were so many beautiful things in place. And we were like, this company, no matter who steps in, they are absolutely exploding this company. This company is going to the top with or without anybody, right? It is just explosive. The products are incredible. The people are incredible. The culture is incredible. The compensation plan is incredible. And what we really, we are the average person. Like Cindy said, I'm the average mom. She's the average mom. I'm crazy busy. I mean, James and Becky will tell you, they're like, hey, can you jump on? I'm like, I'm running in the door. I'm feeding kids. We're throwing, clothes off from practices and taking another one to practice. Like, we are you. So to have these really small windows in the day where we can say, okay, life is crazy. Maybe it's a full-time job. Maybe it's the kids. Maybe you are a single mom or a single dad, right? When we have these small pockets and we can be so laser focused and say, yes, this is amazing. Yes, the compensation plan is incredible, but I just can stay in my zone right here, put my blinders on, and I just take this strategy and I take all the tools that we have, and I have this roadmap that takes me exactly where I want to go. And I will tell you, that is, we're thinking about you. We're thinking about ourselves. We have this little window of time. What do we focus on? And when we're able to go in and just drive this 10 and 2 strategy and tell somebody else, hey, let me grab your hand and let me show you exactly what I do. It's super simple, because what is simple, duplicate. When when it's complicated, a confused mind does absolutely nothing, right? So when we can just be laser focused on these things, and I will tell you, that is all Cindy and I do. You ask us, anybody ask us, what do you do? All I do is focus on 10 and 2. I do these steps, I get 10 and 2, 2 brand partners, 10 customers, and I repeat it over and over and over. I don't look over here, I don't look over there. Those are my blinders. And so when we brought that to this group, James and Becky and Darren and John and Katy, you know, Cindy and I were blown away, you guys, by their acceptance of it, by their, oh my gosh, like, this is going to help so many people. This is going to really, really give them so much hope. And they can continue to do this over and over again and get to the benchmarks, get to those goals that they want to get to. But it starts with these little building blocks. And we were so excited about how receptive they were to this because they already had so many beautiful things in place, right? And so, you know, we're just grateful to be here. You guys on this call, I want to say, you have brought 10 and 2 to life. It is because of you that we are able to say, this is so successful. This is duplicating so well. This is something that is so powerful for all of us that we have our hands on, that we can go and explode this company. And we get to be the ones that pilot it, pioneer it, and go out there and help thousands, millions of others have that kind of success. So I want to thank you guys, because it is because of you that this truly has been born. And it's just going to be so incredible what continues to happen.
Thank you for bringing this. Yeah.
I want to add something too before I hand the mic back over to you too, James. Okay. I want to add this, okay? Because when we developed this, it's not, yes, we have the new person in mind of a simple, clear goal of what they can do to go start to make an income and then to grow it over time, right? But it's also to make it easier on you as the person who is talking to people about how to make money here. How many of you guys have been asked when you're having a conversation about the opportunity, tell me about the comp plan, and you go, where do I start, right? Do you want to know what Lyndsey and I say? We say, let's start here, okay? Let's start here. How much do you want to make? It's important. And we found that answer varies so much. Some people are like, it would change my life to make $300 extra. And some people are like, 7 figures, show me how to do it, right? You got to know where the starting point is. But here's the really cool thing is no matter what they say, the answer is the same. Any guesses? Yes. The answer is the same. Okay. I can send you the comp plan. You can read through all 49.5 pages, right? I'll send that over. But let me tell you this. All I know is that if you go out and you get 10 customers and 2 brand partners on repeat, you will get to your 7-figure income. All I know is you go out, you get 10 customers and 2 brand partners, you'll go put $500 in your bank account. All I know is I can send over the comp plan. Here's how to go maximize it. Okay. It keeps it simple for you too, and us, right? Do you know how many times people are like, that's all I needed to know. Send me your link. I'm like, cool, let's roll. Okay. That's it. So it makes it easier on you as the person who is getting asked to explain the comp plan. Okay. Put it in the comments. All I know is, okay. All I know is you go do 10 and 2 on repeat. You're going to get to where you want to be. Okay. And that'll really, really help you. And I will tell you guys, we've done over $50 million in sales with this strategy right here. Why? Because it's simple. You can do it. And other people really can wrap their mind around doing it themselves as well. Okay. So there's a little bit of backstory. I intended to. Okay.
So amazing. And I heard this, and I'll be honest, like, I'm like the open-minded skeptic, right? And I'm sure others might be like this as well too. It's like, that sounds simple, but is it possible? Like 10 and 2, like 10 customers and 2 partners in a month? Like, is that a lot? Is that a little? It's like, will people latch on to this? And what we've seen is just in the last couple of months, to see the results of what's been happening in the entire team for doing this. And this is everyone that we have. If we missed you, by the way, and you know you did 10 and 2, let us know. We're doing our best right now because we're piloting this. We're literally manually tracking everything. So big shout out to every single one of you that have done this at least once. And Cindy, Lyndsey, like I've seen some people do this multiple times. Like I know at the top of my head, 35% of these people have done this multiple times. I know, for example, Pia Washington, she's on this line. She just went vice president. She did it like 4 times in a row.
Yes.
Amazing.
Like people are crushing it. Seriously. Pam and I think Angie did 4 times. Like, and that's led to officer runs, like all these different things. Just like what you said, how do I go this title? Do 10 and 2 and repeat it. That's literally what they've been doing. I'd like to ask every single one that's done this at least once. Honest question. We'll bring up some special superstars in a bit. On a scale 1 to 10, 10 being this was impossibly hard, 1 being like, it was like breathing. Like, put in the chat, what would you rate the difficulty level of doing 10 and 2 for you? Like, I'm honestly actually just curious. This might be a scary question to ask because I didn't prep anything. Kate said 4.
As they're answering this, I want to say this to you guys, okay? Lyndsey says this all the time, but I'm going to say it right now, okay? You get to determine your miles per hour. The roadmap is the roadmap is the roadmap, right? It's going to take you from point A to point Z to get to wherever it is you want to be. The distance is the same for everybody, but you determine how fast you go. So some people do 10 and 2 in a week. Some people do 10 and 2 in a month. Some people do 10 and 2, and I'll say it in 2 months or 3 months, right? So don't get too caught up in everybody else's miles per hour. Just make sure that you're setting the cruise control or you're putting your foot on the gas, never the brake, right?
Yeah.
Set your miles per hour and just go, okay? And it doesn't, everybody else's miles per hour, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so if it takes you 2 months, if it takes you 7 Fridays, or it takes you whatever, as long as you're doing it and you're moving your vehicle forward, right? You're going to get there when you get there. Okay.
And that's a great thing for leadership here. Every single one of you on this call right now are leaders. And so when you're talking to somebody else, it is a great way to talk to them and say, listen, I'm here, like 10 and 2, that's the strategy, right? And we get to determine our own miles per hour here. So what does that look like for you? And the question that Cindy asked, what is the income that you are looking to make? What is it? What would this do for you? And how can I support that? And you really want to meet people where they are. You've got to meet them where they are, because sometimes people say, I want to get to 6 figures, right? But their actions aren't necessarily there yet. So then we just shift, right? We just adjust and we meet them where they are. Say, hey, listen, that's okay. Like, let's get the miles per hour right for you. So we make this work for you and your life. So your miles per hour may not be the people that you recruit. That is okay. That is the point of 10 and 2, is for it to really be for everyone.
That's the huge thing. And I want to paint a vision here as we bring up some guests. But I want everyone here to look at this first. Like, this is amazing. Congratulations once again to every single one of you done this. That means everyone here has made at least an extra $500. But think, every single person here has at least brought in 10 new customers that are experiencing amazing products. They've brought in at least 2 new partners to partner with them in their business. Let's call it 30 people. I want just to envision, what if all of those 30 partners were in your team that were on this sheet? That means there's 300 new customers coming into your business. That means that there's 60 new partners coming into your business. Who here would love to see that amount of duplication in your business? Put a me in the comments if you're down for that. Like, and this is all people that hit it. We have a lot of people, Cindy and Lyndsey, I'm sure the same with you. They're like 9 and 1, 5 and 1, like, like some people, they're enrollers actually. They're like, I'm like 3 and 8. So I'm just enrolling partners all the time, right? Some of us are builders here.
Yeah.
So imagine all of that. This is the beauty of what you guys have introduced, this duplication that's happening. So we have some special guests here, and I'm so excited to be able to hear from them, because don't take our word from it. Like, the best people to learn from are not me or Becky or Cindy, Lyndsey, Katy. It's actually the ones that just did it. And we're so inspired by the stories of people that are just like crushing it and just launching out of the gate. So each of us, I know, we're going to introduce somebody. So let me start it off, Cindy and Lyndsey. And then after that, am I going to Lyndsey next, or am I going to Cindy next? Okay.
Cindy.
Gotcha.
We're going to Cindy next.
Perfect. Okay. So I hope you have your pencils and pens or fingers ready to take some notes. The first person I want to bring up that just crushed 10 and 2 is none other than Angela Ice, aka Ice. Apparently we have a lot of Angelas on the team, but Ice, how you doing?
Hi guys, I'm doing really well. How are you?
Amazing. You are glimmering and shining as always. Congratulations on hitting 10 and 2.
Thank you. And I can tell you, you know, I've been with the company now for 6 weeks, and just by mistake, I ran across the Rockstar video first. Just I don't even know how, but I was like this on my screen, and it was amazing. Just it all fell into place, and it made sense. And you know, really quickly, my backstory is this company. I lost my brother to complications of diabetes. So this company means a lot for me, especially because, you know, my sponsor is Shalia and my mentor would be Angie. And when they started telling me all the information about the company, it resonated with me so much that it wasn't even about the money. But the moment I heard the Rockstar plan, I was like, holy, you know, that's amazing. That's amazing too. So I came in already with a list of people that I know had situations. And the first thing that I did is I got Shalia and Angie on the phone with my 2 best friends. One of them actually now is one of my brand partners. He's on the call. Hey, Vern. And I got them on the call I got everyone on a phone call. And of course, I'm taking notes because it was just amazing what I was learning just from listening to the background of the company and the history. And they had situations that Angie was able to speak to. And my notes couldn't go fast enough. When I hung up with that, I said, can I set up a Zoom? And I set up a Zoom 2 days later for a Sunday. And then I had another Zoom set up for Monday. So I came into it just off the cuff. And initially my thought process was like what they were talking about. I need to get, you know, all these people. And then when I hear them say, no, just concentrate on getting 10, get 2, work with those 2 to help them get their 10 and keep it going. It really, and I didn't realize it, but it took a lot of stress off of me for the way that my mind was thinking. So I am beyond for the words of what they were saying. And I came in the middle of a month. And then the 10 and 2 kicked up. And I think I did it in like 14 days. I got my 10 and 2 in. So that was pretty exciting. And so, you know, for this month, on Thursday or Friday, I was just like, well, I know I have plans for May, but what in the world am I going to do to jumpstart April? And it's so funny. There's no such things as coincidences. So I was on the call on Saturday morning, and we were talking about the Miracle Morning conversations. And there was some of that stuff that I already implemented in my life. But just listening to them talking about meditating and stuff like that, it just reinforced stuff in me. I had a little wild hair going on vacation this week. I felt a little silly and goofy. I was talking to Vern. I said, hey, what if? And he goes, let's do it. I jumped in my car with some things, went to his house. We created a video right there on the spot. And I was just for Facebook. And I'm just like, hey, I'm on vacation. I'm just coming a little bit raw about some things. And it's funny because I did cue cards. I mean, I went totally old school, and I had one like this that said the skinny on the skinny drops. And I just had the best time with it. It was like 8 minutes, and I'm like, just stay with me. And then I had some before and after pictures that I'd taken myself, and they were totally not what you told us to do as far as how to make them look, but they were effective. And I had comments, and I was like, call me, DM me, text me, like me, I don't care what you do. And as of right now, I have 5 brand new partners, and I have 6 people that are interested. As we were talking on this call, I had one person place an order just now on the call. So, and then I have 2 potential of those who will become brand partners very soon. So I'm just kind of, you know, it's so easy. It's like simple, easy, and I just can't even put it into words. I mean, we've talked about certain things that it doesn't feel like work. And when you ask us our why, and then I started working for a company, and I enjoy working for myself. I want my time back. I want to own my time. And so this is affording me the opportunity to get to where I can own my time. And when I tell you that things are falling into place in a way that doesn't even make sense to anyone but the man above. When I started this, it was when I met up with Shalia, it was some serious stuff going on in my personal life, but we made this happen. And it's been a little bit of a smooth sailing thing going ever since. And your word, James, inspiring, like you inspire me, and the people who are reaching out to me, who are they're going off of this just off the belief of knowing that I don't do this kind of stuff lightly. I don't do this kind of stuff on my Facebook. So part of my speech was, you know, I answer, like, people are asking me, did I get hacked? I did not get hacked. I'm 100% about this. This morning I went to the park and I did a reel. First time I've ever done a reel before. Wow. And there was a man walking by me, and him and I think we had church right there in the park. And I didn't know how I was going to make this reel happen on video, but he came through, and I said, listen, since we're talking, I need you to hold this camera for me. And, you know, I had product in it, and I ran in the background, and it's all of it is falling in place. And it's so, it's easy if you don't overthink it. And I think that's what a lot of us do. We get in our own heads.
We are just so proud of you. My gosh. I'm like,
thank you. Imagine me. I'm in my little dress and I'm doing my little.
Come on.
This is the best thing ever. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So proud of you. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a village. Like, there's not a person on here, even if I haven't met you, there's the support that's in the group, the woohoos and the this and all, just the welcome, all of that. It feeds me, and I'm hungry, and I'm here for it. And I take my drops, and it curbs my appetite, but it curbs my appetite for just the craziness. I'm open for all the healthy, the clean food and the clean praises that are coming to me from this group. So that's my story.
Thank you so much for your story and inspiration. Just to start, everybody. What a way to start. By the way, who here has watched the Rockstar versus System video that Cindy put? Put a 1 in the comments if you have. Put a 2 if you haven't, but you will. Homework that you want to be able to do. Cindy, I'm going to bring you up next. You have a Rockstar that you want to be able to share, so I'll let you tee her up.
Yes, you guys, Angela, you are absolutely incredible. I mean, how many of you were just absolutely drawn to everything that she was saying? There were so many little nuggets in there that I hope that you guys were jotting down. She is out there and she's just doing it. She's not overthinking it. She's doing it messy. And I will tell you that people are so, for lack of a better way of saying it, they're so attracted to how passionate somebody is versus how perfect they are, right? Like, I am so much more attracted to people who are passionate versus perfect, right? I want to see the real, the raw, the passion, the excitement, right? because it is just so cool to watch. And I can big congratulations to you out there doing a reel for the first time in a park, asking a stranger to hold the camera. I'm like, that is what just lights my soul on fire. So anyways, before I bring up the next beautiful human, I really wanted to recognize that beautiful human. Angela, you are the rock star, but I love that you're implementing the system as well. So the next person that I want to introduce all of you guys to is, I call her my little beast, right? Because she is just this silent ninja, right? Like although she's not silent, she's out there on Facebook too, but she is one of the most consistent people who has come into our organization so far. She shows up, she does the thing, and she has just had this steady, consistent growth. And I will tell you, not only is she selling, not only is she recruiting, she is actually in conversation with 6 and 7 figure leaders in the industry. I mean, she's pulled us in on Zooms and we're looking at her going, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm just doing the system, right? Like, I'm just doing the thing. And it's not anything that's crazy over the top. You would look at her page, you should look at her page and go, what is she doing? And it's nothing that you can't go do too, right? And she is just a doll. You guys are going to love her. She has been so happy with what she's seen in her pay, which is always so cool. She's one of the people who gets in my inbox and goes, I don't even know where this is coming from. I don't even know how I got paid this. And I'm like, all I know is that you did 10 and 2 and you keep doing it on repeat. So I'm going to bring on Miss Melissa Mock. If you could go ahead and unmute yourself, we would love to hear from you what your experience has been so far and just a little bit about yourself and your past.
Well, hello, you guys. First off, I have to just say, Cindy, everybody on here, I am so grateful. Like, you just beyond grateful. You know, just things that are happening right now. I'm like a mess right now. I've been running around. My hair is crazy. I hadn't even had time to even put on makeup. Usually I'm the type that wants to put a little makeup on, but I'm just so excited of all the things that are happening. But at the same time, I'm a busy mom. I have 2 teenagers. I'm running all over the place, but it's just a lot of good stuff just happening right now. So just a little bit of a backstory. So I have been in the network marketing, realm since 2011, since I had my youngest daughter. And I have seen success over the years, but I had gotten burnt out. So it was just this constant burnout that I was having, as I call the hamster wheel. It was just this constant. And, we wanted financial freedom, time freedom. That's the reason why I did it, is I needed an extra amount of money to put, I had babies at that time when I started. I wanted to make that extra money, but I wanted time freedom. But it ended up being 365 days, every day I was constantly working and trying to raise kids, and financially I wasn't seeing what I was expecting, you know what I mean? And I was burned out. So I see Cindy on my social media, sharing about these drops. And it was like, for me, it was a God wink, because I actually struggle with an autoimmune, and I've been on this health journey also for a long time. And I was dealing with, medical issues and things like that. And I started going into a homeopathic, more health journey. And so all of a sudden I see Cindy talking about the system, and on top of it talking about these drops, and I literally was about to give up. And I was like, what is going on here? And of course the curiosity struck, and I had to reach out to her. And I am so thankful. I am so thankful, because all this time that I put this time in over years, God was leading me through doors. And I've led to this door, right? And oh my gosh, I was so excited when she told me, she said exactly what she told you guys. I asked her, what's the comp plan? And she's like, well, I can send you 100 million pages, right? But it's simple as this, 10 and 2. And I was like, that's it, 10 and 2. I can do 10 and 2. That and then I was like, and then the duplication. That was the biggest thing for me, is if I'm going to bring a team on, I want to be able to duplicate that, right? I want my team to see success, because that was the problem I had in the past, was I was seeing some success, but my team was struggling. And that the reason why I do this is I want everybody to win. So that was one thing that made me super excited, is that there was a system in place, but also the 10 and 2 simplicity, and that my team could do the same thing. And right away, I got to work, and I brought in, I hope Lexi's on this call, because the thing is, I got my 10 and 2 really fast. I brought Lexi in, and she did the same thing. She duplicated that, went and did 10 and 2 right away. And that right there just shows how simple this system is, right? Like, it's the duplication, and it's consistency too. Like, I will tell people, you come on, you just have to be consistent, be excited, and just do 10 and 2. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry, you guys. I get so nervous when I'm on these things, but I'm just so excited. Just so many good things are happening. So, yeah.
So many good things. Thank you, Melissa. You are absolutely out there crushing it. Again, most consistent human being one of the most consistent I've ever met. If you go look at her page, you'll see she just is consistent, and that's all this is being consistent. And I just love you. I'm so grateful for your partnership. You bring such a unique, amazing quality. She's constantly giving us ideas on how to get better. She helps guide our training. She's in our mastermind sessions, and she is just a brilliant, brilliant human being. And I love you. So
I love you
too.
Super.
All right, Lance. Or James,
Yeah.
I'm going to pass
Quick
it
announcements. Quick announcements. I know there's a corporate live call that happens in 5 minutes. I let Christine McKay know, our GM, that we're wrapping up this call. So for those of you that want to plug into that right when we're done with this, there's just too much goodness. So we got to share this. But congratulations, Melissa. Amazing. Lyndsey.
Yes. Yes, I have to say, Melissa, like, her passion, her excitement, it is so contagious. It's so real. It's so raw. And one thing you said, Melissa, this is just who you are. It's what we love so much about you. But you said, I am winning when my people are winning. When my people are doing well, that is when I am doing well. And Melissa, that part of you is why you are such a success. So we are so grateful for you. You're an amazing leader, and so grateful for your team. They are absolutely incredible. So I get to bring up somebody who I absolutely adore. Cindy and we just love this woman. We have worked with her. Some of you may have met Dr. Holly Reich before, and this is a good friend of hers, and we have worked with them. They are absolutely incredible. But I want to tell you guys, Heather Snell has the most special qualities about her. She is truly one of the most consistent people I have ever met. Over the years of working with Heather, I have never seen anybody more consistent than this woman. Also, her heart for people, truly giving and helping others, it is her passion. It is what she lives for. And I absolutely adore Heather. I know we're running short on time, but I want to give Heather her time to really shine and share.
Am I on?
You are. Yay.
Hello, everyone. This is not my thing. Lyndsey checked with me today, and I really do not love to speak live, but I will do it for you guys. So my name is Heather Snell. I am from South Dakota, a small town in South Dakota, like 1,200 people. I have 5 children and a husband, so I'm very busy, and I am a full-time mammographer in a town about an hour away. So I started doing network network marketing about 4 years ago now. So not very long, but my children had followed a person that they said, oh, just made so much money. And I always thought, you know, I'm going to try this out if I ever get to the point that something grabs me. So I have done a couple different companies. This one, you know, the reason why I joined Holly, first of all, I saw Cindy and Lyndsey on with a new product, and I hadn't seen them for a while, and I definitely missed their leadership. But when Holly called me or texted me and said, do you want to do this with me? I was like, I no. But I looked into it a little more and I thought, you know what, I'll wait, I'll think. I went to church and it was really funny. Our pastor said, don't skip out on opportunities when they are in your face. And I thought, okay, there's my sign. I need to do this. So I went home and I joined. I absolutely love the 10 and 2 plan, just because, like, you know, like they're saying, it's so hard to understand a comp plan, but this is simple to understand for me. Not that it's easy for me to get people to partner up with me, but I have had no problems getting people to buy. They are looking for this kind of product, and this is helping them, and they're excited about it. And so that's where I've ran. But I am getting my 2 people. I've got 3 now, but you know, it's taken some time. I'm on my 3rd month, I think. And so, yeah, I'm not as fast into getting those partners as some other people, but I looked at my paycheck on Friday and I hadn't really looked much, because with a full-time job, you don't have to as much. And I looked at what I had made in the month of March, and I immediately got on. I immediately sent messages to Lyndsey and to Cindy and said, oh my gosh, I just can't even believe this. I was amazed with what I had made, and just knowing that I'm helping people, that is huge to me. So, I mean, just be consistent, people. It will happen. We're in a great place, and I'm really excited to be here.
Yes, you guys, I have to tell you, Heather sent those messages to us, and I'm in the grocery store getting ready for Easter, and I literally just start crying, and I'm like, Heather, because I have watched this woman work so hard, be the top in sales at companies. I mean, she is incredible. And so to get that message, it literally brought us to tears. So Heather, you did an amazing job. Guys, this was Heather's first time doing this. You're amazing, Heather. It was such a good job.
Thank you.
We love you.
Amazing guys. So who here is inspired? Right, give us a wave and put a 10 in the comments. I'm just like, I don't want this call to end, but all things do need to come to an end. And we just want to give a huge congratulations once again, because every single person that's on this call, whether you qualified for 10 and 2 or you're just on here, you're the pioneers, like seriously. And if it did this much in just the last couple of months, Cindy, Lyndsey, Becky, can you imagine the next couple of months, like this next quarter? We're just getting started, you know? It's like, and it's going to take off because of stories like Heather's, because of stories like Melissa's, because of stories like Ice's, and every single one of you here. And there's still so many opportunities. This is just barely getting out there. I know Katy was impressed by every single one of you. She did not want to get off. She's like, oh my gosh, sister's birthday or this. She's like, oh, I'm going to hang on, you know? But Cindy, Lyndsey, how are you guys feeling now as we're concluding this call?
So thankful. You know, Lyndsey and I have been in situations where we've gotten tearful messages on payday that were not joyful. We've been there. We know what that feels like. So when we are in a position of so much gratitude just overflowing from people, you know, it is that confirmation for us that what we're teaching and what we're preaching and what we're training and what we're, you know, this idea that we're selling, that people can come here and really, really change their finances. It builds more and more belief in us as well, which makes us more passionate, right? It makes us feel more and more like this gift that we hold in our hand is so precious. It's so precious. And I know you guys are out there. Some of you are probably afraid to have this recruiting conversation, but you have to remember what this means to you and what this means to the Heathers and the Angelas and the Melissas and the you, right? And when you're having these talks and knowing how it's fundamentally changing people's lives, when you come at a conversation from that place, it's so different. So different. So
and surrounding yourself around these people. I mean, look at the people that are on this call tonight, the most beautiful humans I have ever partnered with in my entire life. We said that we left Panama City and we were just emotional the whole time. The most beautiful humans, you guys. And when you get to bring more, I mean, we're just attracting the best of the best, and it's because of who you are. And to bring people here to not only change their finances, but to truly empower them and change their lives, right? When you surround yourself around people like this, it is inevitable that your whole life is going to go in the most positive direction. So we're blessed to be here with you guys and so thankful for this amazing, amazing group here with us tonight.
Yes. And we didn't have time to cover a lot of your stories, right? We've only heard 30. But I want to remind everybody that all of you have a story. All of you have a story and you can create your own. So we're super excited to see what quarter two is going to bring to this organization. But thank you all so much for being here.
Some last action steps. This is just the start. We need more of your stories and we need to continue this move forward. Question, who here is committed? You're inspired to say, I'm going to be the next story, right? Give us a wave or put a me in the comments. We're looking for you. We want you. Jody said we need a part two. We do. We need a part 2 and a part 10 and a part everything. So this upcoming month, latch in with this, like lunge into it and just be like, I know everything is here. The plan's here. The training's in here. Get on board with this. And as you just follow suit with this, you're going to see how this whole business is transformed. So let your leaders know. Like, let them know I'm down. I'm committed. Like, what do I need to do? They'll walk you through exactly what needs to happen. And also, we're going to have the biggest party with this ever. We got 2 quarters left. I just want to give a quick recognition. We just finished the early bird for the biggest party and celebration ever. If you thought this was good, 100x it. But in September, we're going to be partying with every single one of the people that are on this list, plus more. Then get your ticket, talk to your coaches, your mentors, and be like, well, how do I grab my ticket? You're not going to want to miss this. It is the single best business conference that I've ever been to. I've been to probably like 50 plus of them, right? So get your ticket. Vern got your ticket. Congratulations on that. And if you guys are interested, we do have the corporate call happening like right now. So if you want to make that, you can. They also do replay those as well too. But we are so proud of every single one of you. You guys are the rock stars here. Feel free to unmute yourself.